Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video announcements. I hope you're staying warm on this chilly, windy day, and we're crossing our fingers for church in person finally this week. So let's jump in with stewardship. We are in the midst of our stewardship campaign, Lead with Love. We are working on getting pledges for our 2025-2026 church year. So that starts July 1st. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's gotten in their pledges already. We have 41 pledges in for a total of about $151,000. Our goal is $425,000. So we've got a little ways to go to get there. And we also are hoping to get about at least 180 pledges. So we're still waiting to hear from a bunch of you. Looking forward to hearing from you. We are hoping that everyone will get their pledges in by March 2nd. And if you don't, then you will be a part of our phone-a-thon that's happening on March 3rd. So if you don't want a phone call, get your pledge in by March 2nd. You should have received your stewardship packet by now if you have pledged in the past. And there is a form in there for you to fill out. You're welcome to mail that in or give it to us in person on Sunday, or fill out the online form. And I will put a link to the online form in the comments. We'd love to hear from you any of those ways. And again, thank you so much to everyone who has gotten their pledges in already. We really appreciate that. We've got a bunch of things happening this Sunday, or this weekend. So we're going to actually start with Saturday. We're not going to jump right to Sunday because we're going to start with Saturday. Saturday is our game night pizza party. It is sponsored by Faith Formation, and it'll be in the Faith Formation wing. We'll be kind of spread out into different rooms since we don't have the dining room available. There will be pizza. There will be games of all sorts, games for people of all ages. There will be one room where there is a tabletop role-playing D&D kind of game happening, and then other rooms where there are board games and card games, and we would love to have you, whoever you are, whatever age you are, whatever game ability you are. We'd love to have you. Feel free to bring your favorite game and join us for pizza and games this Saturday. It's going to be 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And it would be great if you could RSVP and let us know that you are planning to come so we know exactly how much pizza to get. I will put the link in the comments where you can RSVP for that. And I look forward to seeing you, hopefully on Saturday, and hopefully playing some fun games together. On Sunday, we are having an all-ages service. It's last Sunday of the month, so we've got an all-ages service. And we're going to be focusing on this book, We the Builders, which has a companion book, Social Change Now. And we're going to be talking about how in the midst of trying to work for a better world, there are all kinds of different roles that we can take on, and they don't all look the same way. And each of us are called to different things. We fit more easily into particular roles. So we're going to talk about those roles and invite us to think about those together. And I think it'll be a really lovely service. We're also going to feature some art that our kiddos have made this month, and look forward to finally getting to sing that serving our mission statement, serving the world with love and action song with all of us together doing the hand motions that our kids came up with. We had a video of that on February 9th, and we're looking forward to doing it for real in person live this Sunday. So that's our all ages service. Hope that you will join us for that. After the service, the caregivers group will be meeting. That is with Sadie, and it's for anyone who considers themselves a caregiver, as someone caring for another adult. You are welcome to join 11:30 to 12:15. They gather in room 258, and Sadie would be happy to welcome you. It's a drop-in, so even if you've never been, you are welcome. Later in the afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m., we are hosting a viewing here at UU Nashua in the Campbell Chapel of the Black Heritage Trails Eleanor Williams Hooker Tea Talk. That's a mouthful. But they do these amazing tea talks every February, and they do 4 of them. They've been going on for 4 Sundays. And there's a panel, and this one's called Eyes on the Prize, Protests, Movements, and the Road Ahead. And they always have really fantastic people on the panel. So there'll be a panel, and then afterwards we'll have a facilitated conversation here in person. So the panel will be viewing on Zoom. It's happening live at the Portsmouth Public Library, but we'll be watching it together on Zoom, and then we'll have a live conversation, facilitated conversation here afterwards. So I hope you might consider joining us for that. It's 2 to 4 p.m. this Sunday in the Campbell Chapel. I'll put the link in the comments to RSVP just so we know how many people to expect, and we'd love to see you for that on Sunday. Coming up on March 2nd, it is almost March at this point, is the first session of our Common Read discussion series. So every year, our Unitarian Universalists Association picks out a book and declares it the Common Read for all UUs. And this year, it is Authentic Selves, which is a collection of life stories of trans and non-binary folks and their loved ones. I have not read it, but I've heard really great things about it. It's a wonderful, powerful collection. We are going to have a 4-part series of conversations around the book that will be March 2nd, March 16th, March 30th, and April 13th. So it's kind of every other week on a Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. Here at the church. It'll be led by Aaron and by 2 members of our Welcoming Congregation Working Group, Brian and Jeff. And they are all looking forward to talking about the book with you. So we'd love for you to sign up, RSVP, let us know that you're planning to come to those. I'll put a link in the comments. We do have a few copies at the church if you want to borrow one. And I hope you'll sign up and be a part of those conversations. I do want to note, I just remembered, I'm going to add something in. I do want to note that tomorrow at the State House, there is a hearing for a bill similar to ones we had proposed last year that is trying to roll back some of the protections for trans folks here in New Hampshire. There is going to be a visibility that is being organized. I can put a link in the comments to the info about it. There's a visibility. They're encouraging folks to come up and testify. There are multiple versions of this bill, but this is the one that they're focusing on right now, that they have the most chance of defeating at the moment. So I encourage you, if you're able tomorrow, February 19th, to head up to the State House for the visibility or to testify against the bill. I really encourage you to do so. It's a great way that we can show up for the trans and non-binary folks in our community, even as we're preparing to do this book study about those experiences. So show up if you can tomorrow at the State House. That's my last minute plug. Next week, there are going to be no video announcements. It is school vacation week and my kiddos are home, so I'm going to be taking some time off to hang out with them. So I will not be here giving you video announcements next week. And I also will not be in the office most or all of the week. So you can reach out to other folks next week if you need anything. But I am here this week. I'm here through Sunday. So look forward to seeing you. Fingers crossed, no snow, and we get to do an in-person Sunday service this week. And I will be really excited to see you there. All right, have a good week.